Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole. Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole. Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole. We know what we are, we know what we are. Champions of Europe, we know what we are. We know what we are, we know what we are. Champions of Europe, we know what we are.
The captain has it in his hands. He marches forward towards his teammates. And he lifts it high into the air.
Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole. Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole. We were only team in London with the European Cup. We are only team in London with the European Cup. We are only team in London. We are only team in London. We are only team in London with 2 European Cups. Today is the morning after the night before. What a night. What a bloody night. I was gonna make a video right afterwards, but guess what? I was so happy. I was just so happy. The euphoria just took me out. I lost my voice. I still don't have it back fully. I just, man, it was one of the best nights I've had in my entire life. To live through a moment when your team wins the Champions League, it is something that is worth living for. Every single players yesterday that put on the Chelsea shirt that was there, praise them all. All of them are bloody warriors. They're believers. I'm not just naming Imagine Dragon songs here. Before the game started, Drogba tweeted and on his Insta it went up. Believe. We have it in our DNA. You know? We were imagining holding the cup. So close, so close. Everybody was saying how we weren't the favorites. Even the game began. You know? Rio said that he sees us losing by a couple of goals. Of course, Joelinton is gonna say the same thing. But there was our very own Joe Cole, finally a Chelsea man, sitting there cheering us on throughout this cup and especially on the final. It was so amazing. It was better than 2012 for so many reasons. First of all, I was a kid, okay? I didn't even get to fully understand the magnitude of it. I thought I did. But being a football fan, growing up with it, understanding ins and outs as much as I got to, and then understanding how incredible this cup is after we have had some horrid seasons where we were fourth, fighting for fourth the last few seasons. 2 of the seasons we weren't even in the Champions League. And after 9 years since we won the Champions League, we bloody won it again. And we did it in a beautiful manner. We bossed the game from beginning to end. They had 1 shot on target. 1. Manchester City had 1 bloody shot on target. And I think that was the cross/shot of Riyad Mahrez that was never really putting Mendy under any pressure. But let's get on with the lineup. Mendy, warrior. Didn't have to do too much, but a bloody warrior, telling people what to do, being that leader behind and telling people that this is how it's gonna go. Thiago Silva, captain, man. He's the captain of Brazil. He was the captain at PSG. And if we didn't have our own captain, this guy was gonna wear the captain's armband. The guy, for the time that he was on the pitch, he was immaculate. Then comes our captain, Aspilicueta. Oh my goodness, what a night did he have. He kept that shop closed. Chelsea shop is closed for business. No goals are going in today. Making dives, making, all sorts of challenges. And especially when he just jumped in the second half, when he just kicked the ball out, when Gundogan just was waiting on the side just to tap it in. He made sure that didn't happen. Rudiger, what a player. What a player. And you know what? Some people out there is going to be like, oh, but Rudiger injured Kevin De Bruyne and Kevin De Bruyne couldn't play afterwards. That's not fair. Our Thiago Silva went off from a challenge that didn't really mean to hurt him in any way. And I don't believe for a second that Rudiger meant to take Kevin De Bruyne out of the game. It was merely stopping him on his track. Let him know who's the boss. And we love Rudiger for that. Give that man a new bloody contract. And that's when Kevin De Bruyne went off in the second half. And I can't take your tears if you're a City fan. I can't take your tears because you got one of the best squads, if not the bloody best squads in all of world football. I'm talking about international teams included. There are no better teams as a whole squad than City. So don't you cry for your Kevin De Bruyne. Let's go to the wing backs. Reece James. After just once when Ederson, and I think it was in the 7th minute, when Ederson kicked the ball all the way to Sterling, and that's the only one time Sterling went past Reece James, when Reece James didn't read it. But Reece James covered himself, and then he kicked the ball out, and he helped Mendy out, ball went out. Nothing was done, no damage. And after that, he had Sterling in his back pocket the entire game. Well, until Sterling got taken off. Now let's get to our left back. This guy may just had the game that is gonna put him in front of Luke Shaw come in the Euros. He had such a good game. He kept Mahrez, Gundogan, and all the other players that were coming towards him and Rudiger, kept them quiet. And Ben, man, he was not just great, but you have to understand the pass before the pass that Mount made. It came from our capper Mendy straight to Ben Chilwell, who passed it to Mount, who then looked up and saw the space. The bloody space, because City was playing no CDM. He saw the space, put the ball in there. Havertz runs in. He was showing Mount exactly where he wants the ball. The weight on the pass. Oh my goodness, was it perfect? It was put on a plate. Havertz running. If he didn't go down, he could have gone down, got a penalty, and get Ederson off, because Ederson had a handball outside the box. So Ederson could have gotten a red. So City could have been in way bigger trouble if Havertz chose to go down instead of stumbling and still staying on his feet and putting the ball into the net, for which I'm gonna give him all the credit in the world for, because that was the goal that won us the game, that won us the Champions League. The midfield had Jorginho, who was so good. He was so bloody amazing. And after that, Koney. Oh my God. What a good player we have in our hands. What a great player. One of the greatest that has ever played this game. Especially in his role, there is no one better. Box-to-box destroyer. There is no better. You can't replace or replicate N'Golo Kante. He is one of a kind. One of a kind. You know how you take Maldini's name? You don't want to compare him to anybody. You know how you take JT's name? That's what Koney is like. There is like no other. He won the man of the match in both semi-finals and the final. If he doesn't get the Ballon d'Or, I don't know who they're gonna give the Ballon d'Or to, or if they're gonna be like, oh, this isn't the season where we're not gonna give the Ballon d'Or. Give this man some sort of Ballon d'Or. I don't care what kind it is. You give it to him. He deserves it. He's a World Cup winner. He's a Europa League winner. He's a Champions League winner. He won the Premier League 3 bloody times. 3 bloody times in 6 or 7 years. With Leicester and Chelsea, he isn't playing for Man City. He wasn't playing for the favourites every single time. If anything, he was playing for the underdogs. And we went and we won. Because that's what we do. Anyway, let's talk about the front three. Mount. Mason Mount. Mason Money Mount. He made the exquisite pass. The pass that gave Havertz the chance to get Chelsea the Champions League. He was good throughout the game. He was on it. And when he was getting taken off for Mateo Kovacic, he didn't look happy about it. But he was like, I get it. I get it. And Kovacic came in and did his job. And Man City, they threw everything at us. But we had an answer for it. And Mount played a huge part to it. Werner, he could have scored 2 goals early in the first half. The first one, he kind of missed the kick. It was like, what did I just see? This can't be real. How did it happen? Until I saw the highlight, I didn't even understand what I just saw. The ball went to him, and then the ball didn't go anywhere. So on the highlight, or when they went back, he's just kicked the ball to his other leg, and it didn't go anywhere. He missed the kick. And for the second one, he could have put the ball anywhere on the net. I mean, he was on target, okay? Let's give him some props for that. He was on target. He was onside, but he put it in a corner that's easy for Ederson to. But again, Ederson is a hard keeper to beat. It's not easy. Saying that, Werner should have had 2 goals in the first half. Saying all that, he made some very good runs. He made Ruben Dias nervous. That is something. That's not nothing. We had a player that was making this central defenders all worried about him, that they completely missed out Kai Havertz when he made that run. Because they were thinking Kai Havertz was playing behind. But they switched, and Kai Havertz made the run and scored the goal. And finally, we get to Kai Havertz. What can I say? He won. He won us the Champions League. Every single penny was worth it, because I've never been this happy. My mouth was hurting because I was smiling so broad. I couldn't stop smiling, and my mouth was physically hurting. I could not stop smiling, and I woke up with a smile, and I'm just covered in happiness, if that is possible. Every single player that played yesterday is a warrior. We gotta give a shout out to Frank Lampard. We gotta give a shout out to, all the coaching staff, everybody that helped Chelsea on to get and win the group stage. We gotta give a shout out to every single player that has played throughout the season, not just in the final, but when Tammy Abraham scored those goals, when Giroud scored the 4 goals against Sevilla, when Callum Hudson-Odoi started our scoring in this Champions League campaign. Kepa, okay, I'm gonna start from the back. Kepa, Mendy, Caballero. Then go front at three centre backs. I'm gonna even give Tomori because Tomori went in January. So Tomori, Zuma, Christensen, Rudiger, Silva, Aspilicueta. On the sides, Reece bloody James. On the other side, Ben Chilwell, Alonso, Emerson. Midfield, Billy Gilmore, Mateo Kovacic, Jorginho, N'Golo Kante. Going forward, Pulisic, Havertz, Ziyech, Mount, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and at the front, Werner, Giroud, and Tammy Abraham. Salute to all of you for winning us this amazing trophy. My voice is gone. I'm sorry about that. I'm barely making this video. I'm so bloody happy. I'm kinda glad that I stopped, yelling and jumping around. My neighbor's probably going bonkers because I did that last night. I did it this morning. I watched the first half of the match as soon as it came on BT Sport, and then I was like, I gotta make this video before I lose all my voice and I can't talk and I haven't got any more excitement left. But I don't think that's gonna happen for the next few days, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, because we are the bloody champions of Europe. Come on, give us the 2 stars right there. 2 stars coming up. Come on, give it to us. There are so many videos that are coming your ways because Thomas Tuchel has already said he's signing a contract until 2023, and there's gonna be an option to extend it. Give them a 5 years contract. 2 years is just not bloody enough. I want him like City as Pep, like United had Fergie, because this is our guy. This guy got Pep's number. You know how difficult it is to defeat. Pep has tried everything against this guy. He tried Rodri and Fernandinho, and then he tried none of them. He thought 6 people who cannot defend in midfield like Rodri or Fernandinho, which is why they bought them. They thought they could throw 6 number 8/number 9 at us playing false 9. We're not sure of who is playing false 9. Well, we don't care because we got Thomas Tuchel. Thomas bloody Tuchel. We got the best manager we can have, and I want him to stay at Chelsea, make his legacy, and for the first cup to win the Champions League for Chelsea. This man is already a legend in our books. He's going to be remembered just like Kai Havertz is. Kai Havertz is now alongside Frank Lampard and Didier Drogba to be the only players for Chelsea to have scored in the Champions League final. I mean, if that is not huge, I don't care what kind of season he has had. If this is not the biggest accomplishment a player can have in a match, in the final of a Champions League for a club that's only shown up at 3 finals in the last 15 years. I don't know what is bigger than that. And also there's going to be a lot of transfer money coming in. Roman Abramovich was there. It was so good to see him. He was so happy. I hope we get to see more and more of him in the coming days when we play next season. I hope Roman is back at the bridge, watching us. He was there last night. He was celebrating with the players. He was celebrating with the coaching staff, and especially Thomas Tuchel. They were talking, man. They were talking face to face. And we already know that there are going to be players coming in. And this isn't going to be, some bakayoko drink water. And I don't know, Michael Hector or Papi Jiloboji. Sorry if I just totally ruined that name. Sorry, man. I don't know how to say it right. But none of that crap. Tuchel has his vision. He's gonna get the players. And we are coming next season for the title city. So look after it for us. Yeah, we don't mind that there's blue ribbons on it. It's kind of too baby blue for our taste, because we need this blue on the trophy. And we already got the Champions League. Now we're coming for the Premier League, for the FA Cup and the League Cup. Next season we're gonna win the League Cup. The City wins every year. We're gonna be the ones to knock them out and win the League Cup and get Kante every single trophy that he can win. I'm just blabbering now, but I don't care. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Blues. I love all of you guys. Mike, Will, Frampton, thank you for being there, one of the fans cheering us on. Thank you for being the 12th man. Like, thank you so bloody much. Thank you, Johnny Constantine, for always keeping me sharp. You know, always disagreeing with me and showing me why I should think differently. Thank you, Sefer, Amit, Sarit, all you guys for always talking like on the Chelseatalk. You guys are friends that we need to meet ASAP. I mean, I've met some of you already, but we gotta meet. Shout out to Rory for being there in kickoff and being our voice. He didn't used to say the right words, but man, oh man, he's been saying the right words. He's been saying the right words, and he's making it clear what it's like to be a Chelsea fan, proper passionate about Chelsea. Shout out to Eunice for making me feel such integral part, because he said go protest, and I did go protest. So everybody that went to that protest that day for Chelsea, shout out to all of you. If you were there at Greenman last night, shout out to you. If you were there in Stadio del Dragao, shout out to you. Man, oh man, all you people like Chelsea fans, with channels, without channels, I love you all. We're a family, and we have won the Champions League, and we are the kings of Europe. Every single one of us. We are the club. We are Chelsea. I got one more shout out to give, and that's to Stevie Risa for being such a positive guy, even when we are looking down. You know, that guy is positive. I want to give a shout out to Daniel Nunley as well, because he had a great loss to COVID, and my heart goes out to him. But this is something I am hoping that can make him feel a little less sad in this dark times. You know, COVID is still around, and I thought the least I can do is give him this shout out. And he's a great guy, you know, a great Chelsea fans. It's been so good knowing you all, and it's gonna be even better knowing you going forwards. I'm looking forward to it. Things are gonna come to this channel, videos are coming, content's gonna come day after day. I'm gonna be on it. I just hope you don't get sick from getting to see my face so often. And yeah, why am I wearing shades? Because I am going blue, 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 all blue. Because we won the Champions League twice last night. Giroud got to lift the Champions League and the Europa Cup that Arsenal never got. And with that, thank you, and I hope you're doing well. Take care.
The captain has it in his hands. He marches forward towards his teammates. And he lifts it high into the air.
Champione, champione, ole, ole, ole.